What's good, everybody? We are back with another video. So this is actually a little bit of news for the mobile gaming fans out there. For those of you who don't know what the game is, there's a game called Elder Scrolls, which is basically one of the most popular RPGs of all time. RPG meaning role-playing game. Essentially, you get put into a world, and it's basically an open space. You go along with the world. It's just like, it's hard to explain. It's a really big world that you get to play in, and it's really fun. So Elder Scrolls is one of the most popular games of all time, and it is actually going to be coming to mobile. This was announced yesterday at Bethesda's E3 conference yesterday, so we're going to be taking a look at the video. I personally am not, I've never been a huge gamer up until recently. I just started getting more into video games, so I've actually never even played Elder Scrolls before. All my friends used to talk about it all the time. And so I'd always wanted to play, but I just never really had a console. And so as a mobile gamer, this is really exciting for me, and I am definitely looking forward to this and definitely going to be playing it on the channel. We're going to be taking a look at it. This has the potential to be one of the best mobile games ever developed, especially considering how much faith I have in Bethesda and their ability to create something good. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the early looks at the game, and later on give you guys some information on how you can sign up for it early.
Blades, at its heart, is a pure Elder Scrolls game. A massive first-person RPG with console-quality graphics.
So as you can see, this is like, you do not find these kind of graphics on mobile games pretty much anywhere. So right off the bat, you can tell that it's going to be really well developed. Now, I don't know what type of device requirements there are going to be. There's a very good chance you might need an iPhone 7 or better, maybe even iPhone 8 or better in order to run it. I don't know what the different requirements would be for an Android device, but that would be my guess based off of some of the more recent games that have been coming out. I know even for Rules of Survival, people have been struggling to run it on their iPhone 5s without lag. This is definitely going to be one of those games that's going to have pretty high requirements, so that's something to keep in mind going into it.
But with a uniquely mobile experience. Believe me when I say you have to see this running on an iPhone 10. This gigantic screen does not do it
justice. And I definitely believe that, because if I don't think they probably have a green screen on this and are putting this behind the green screen, but at the same time, it's obviously going to look a lot different on a screen than it is when you're actually playing the game.
You can tap to move or use dual sticks. Combat is all new.
So you can see the combat is super realistic. Obviously, it's first person. And like any RPG, you're just going to have random monsters that you're going to be fighting. There's probably a whole lot of bosses that you got to get to. And they also have different game modes that they're going to talk about later on.
Your specific movements and timings. Harkening back to the first Elder Scrolls Arena, this game features both handcrafted and procedurally generated dungeons.
Okay, so it sounds like you can make your own dungeons. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, but it sounds dope. So I guess we'll probably figure more about that whenever it actually comes out.
And it's not just melee. You have a range of abilities and spells you can use. And of course...
Okay, so it looks like after you complete each dungeon, you're going to get certain different rewards. Obviously, that's how most RPGs work. So this dude's level 15. Obviously, they're going to have a leveling system. That's part of what made me fall in love with RPGs a long time ago. Probably the first video game I ever really got into was RuneScape, which was a MMORPG, which means it's essentially a multiplayer RPG. I'm still really looking forward to Elder Scrolls on mobile, though, because I think it's really going to do a lot for the mobile gaming community.
You can create your own character and be who you want to be.
And as you can see, obviously you got different things that you're going to equip as well. I'm assuming there are going to be different classes. We'll probably find out more about that as the game gets closer to its release.
Improving them, leveling up, picking new abilities.
But you guys can tell, this is
And
way more
the
in-depth than
entire
any
game
other
can
mobile
be
game.
played in
And you
portrait
can play it in portrait mode. Now, if you can play it in portrait mode, I don't know if that means it's going to be like super easy, because portrait mode is obviously meant to be played with one hand. It's going to be difficult for me to imagine a way that the game could be like super challenging if you only need to play it with one hand. On the other hand, it might just be super, super difficult to play it with only one hand. So we'll probably figure out more about that once we actually get to play the game.
mode. That one was incredibly important to us, that you could play it however you wanted. You never know when you'll need a free hand. To hold your coffee, what do you...
We're going to ignore that joke.
Degenerates. And it's not just dungeons. It's incredible outdoor areas.
Oh my gosh. Like,
yes.
how is this a mobile game? How are mobile devices going to be able to run this? This is insane. Like, if they're able to get this, even on an iPhone 7 without my phone feeling like it's going to burn through my hand, it is going to be absolutely amazing. My mind is going to be blown.
Running on a phone, it really looks and plays incredible.
Like, look at this! There's a mobile game! Oh my gosh, this is insane.
Blaze has several modes of play. First, the Abyss, a roguelike experience where you can see how far
so that's
you can
basically
go
like
in
the
an
story
endless
mode.
dungeon. And the Arena, where you will do battle one-on-one
So
against
PvP.
other players. And the main mode, the Town. This is the hub for your story and quests. You are a member of the Blades, the Empire's top agents. Forced into exile, you return home to find your town destroyed and need to rebuild it. Yes, Blades also features a town building mode. You'll decide what your town looks like and be able to upgrade and decorate all of the individual elements in it. As your town levels up, you'll unlock new NPCs, quests, and more. You can even visit your friends' towns.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what exactly this means. I can't tell, like, obviously it's gonna be kind of like a story mode town. I can't tell if they're also gonna be going for like a Clash of Clans feel where you're attacking other towns, or is it just like, I'm not sure what the purpose is of visiting your friends' towns unless you're like building alliances or something. So I'm guessing there's probably more to this than they're giving right now, because I could definitely see this going in like a Clash of Clans direction where you build up your town and then you're fighting against other towns, and you have to like... I'm assuming that would be the purpose of building it up and trying to restore it, is for that purpose, so that you'd be able to fight other people. Because otherwise, like, building a town seems like a relatively mundane task unless there's some end goal to actually building the town.
This This is an Elder Scrolls game that you can play however and wherever you want. And we are going to bring Blades to every device and system we can. Phones, PCs, consoles, also virtual reality, on mobile, all the way up to high-end VR.
Okay, so they said PC, console, VR. I'm not sure if those are all going to be like the exact same game. This, while it is an amazing mobile game, I'm not sure how well it would transfer to PC. So I'm assuming there's going to be a different version for PC later on at the end of this. Or actually, I think later in his talk, he reveals that there is going to be another Elder Scrolls for console. But I'm not sure if that's the same thing that he's talking about when he talks about it coming to PC, or if they're just going to have like a PC version of this game. I personally would not mind that because it is a lot easier for me to record PC. And also, I can get higher resolution, which makes it more fun for people to watch. So, we'll probably find out more about this one in the future as well.
On PCs. And what's really cool is all of those connect to each other. So, one of my dreams is we'll go back to that portrait mode, which I like to call meeting mode. Because if you're in a meeting on your playing a game, in portrait mode, no one knows you're playing a game.
Yeah, definitely.
And
would
so
not
with
be
Blades, you could be
all.
in a meeting playing Blades against someone at home in VR. Blades is coming this fall.
So you guys can actually
for free.
pre-order this right now. I'll put the link down in the description. I already pre-ordered because I want to be on this ASAP.
And you can pre-order it tonight on
Tonight
both
was
the
last
Apple
night.
App Store and the Google Play Store. Also, this week, go to
There's the link,
playblades.com
playblades.com.
and register for early access. If you're here at E3, Blades is going to be playable in our booth. So please, come
I'm
by
really
and check
hoping
it
we
out.
get some leaked gameplay. I might try to look around for that and might do a reaction video for that if we get any more information on that.
You really need to see it running on the phone. We'd love to see you. Please come by.
So overall, guys, I am really excited about this. This has the potential to be one of the best mobile games ever created. I am interested to see how it's going to work, like PC versus mobile, especially for the PvP. I'm assuming it's probably going to be like in Fortnite where you have the option to play against other people on different platforms, but you're not required to. So once again, we'll find out more about that, but let me know what you guys think of the game if you're looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to be playing it on the channel whenever it comes out. So make sure to drop a like down below if you guys want to see it, and subscribe to the squad if you are new. Definitely going to have more news on this coming to the channel in the future, I would imagine. So I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time.